Real Madrid went bold. I saw so much news last week. Barca's going to sign Arda Guler, Barca this, Barca that. Florentino Perez wouldn't let that happen again. Since that Neymar transfer, Florentino Perez wants the elite wonder kids all to join Real Madrid. Hendrik signed, Rodrigo, Vinicius, and now even Arda Guler. Like, Barcelona fans can't catch a break. They shouldn't say these rumors.
No, it was an incredibly shocking 180. I was very, very surprised. Even because I felt Arda Guler, especially for the compensation. I mean, he ended up going for what, 20 million euros plus another 10 million potentially of add-ons. This is in the wheelhouse of what Barca can get done. And I'm just kind of shocked that it turned this way. And it brought me to thinking, like, if you're a young footballer right now, watching these two, behemoths of Spanish football go at it for talent, where would you pick?
Arda Guler, I would go to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I think it was the right choice for Arda Guler. Being a young Turkish kid, seeing Ozil growing up, like, he must have been inspired. And he even said, I had so many offers, but they all lost value the moment Real Madrid's kicked in. That is a true Madridista that has the dream to succeeding as a Galactico. And I really believe that Arda Guler, by the end of the season, he'll be a super sub at Real Madrid. At least that. I think I'm more hyped for Arda Guler than Brahim Diaz. I know Brahim Diaz played well in Serie A, but as a super sub, Arda Guler, something can happen, man. And seeing the development, learning with Modric, learning with Kroos, learning with these vets, and with the talent that he possesses, that first goal in that Turkish national team, that speaks levels. Watch out for Arda Guler with Real Madrid. This is going to be historic, this transfer window, Bretson. I'm feeling it.
It is. It feels it. And the Real Madrid project speaks volumes right now, because this midfield, and there's no guarantee they hold on to all of this talent. They might need to fund certain Kylian Mbappé signing, which we'll talk about. But come on, Jude Bellingham, Aurelien Tchouameni, Eduardo Camavinga, Arda Guler, Brahim Diaz, learning from Toni Kroos, learning from Luka Modric, Federico Valverde's there for now. I mean, this collection of talent in the midfield is absolutely stunning. Even if you lose a piece or two, it's still stunning. And what I love about Güler is he's still a canvas. He's still a blank canvas, I should say. He still is somebody that can be molded in any way that not Florentino Perez, but Ancelotti sees fit. And what it comes down to for me, what can, who is the next boss? Who is the next boss? That's what I need to understand, because Ancelotti is only going to have a season with him. And who is going to be the person that actually paints this canvas that is Arda Güler? Because he's not an out winger. He's more of an inverted winger, likes to come in. He could play as a 10. He could play a little defense. There's so much that's good about Arda Güler. How do you use him in this current setup? And right now, if you plug him into last year's 4-3-3, I don't think it's going to work as well as some people think it is. So there's got to be shifts, but he's 18. So where do you go from this?
It's true. I agree with that. And Ancelotti will not be staying long term, but what I want to focus that I think Real Madrid is focusing to is on the future. And in order to convince the right manager in the right project, you need to have the players established. And the promising thing about this window is seeing the future of Real Madrid sign in this window. I'm going to say this. Real Madrid this summer will have an iconic summer like in 2009. I'm going to say that because Mbappé will cost like 200 million. Jude Bellingham, that was 100. Joselu, great transfer. Fran Garcia, great transfer. Brahim Diaz, coming back, that's a good deal. And Arda Guler, like such a talent, a true Madridista too. This is going to be remembered long term. I really believe in that case. And Arda Guler, the signing, the Twitter post signing, was the third most liked post ever in transfer news history. Only beaten by Cristiano Ronaldo going to Man United and PSG signing Lionel Messi. Those were the two most liked. And Arda Güler's third. Like, the Turkish fans are insane. So the hype The hype is so real. But Arda Guler happened, but Barca did moves too. Barca had to answer. And I didn't know. I thought Vitor Roque was going to cost like 40 million. And his release clause was 40 million. I was shook when I'm seeing 75 million, including variables,
it's a lot.
Is how much Vitor Roque is going to cost. And the most expensive signings ever leaving Brasileirão, number 1 is Neymar Jr. for 88 million. Number 2 is now Vitor Roque for 75 million going to Barca in January. And number 3 is Hendrik that left Palmeiras that's going to Real Madrid for 72 million. It's happening now. And we know Rodrigo, Vinicius, all of them have happened in the past. Renier Jesus didn't work out, but that happened. So seeing these 3 transfers now, it speaks of the attention Brasileirão is starting to get.
And here comes the financial policeman that nobody cares about. But where are you getting these funds? And now, from what I've heard, at least on this side of the pond, is that it's a significant amount less upfront, and that a lot of it is structured in terms of Vitor Roque and what's going to happen there. And a lot of it is also add-ons that he may or may not hit. And I think, like, winning a Champions League might be one of the clauses. So it might be a little more financially shrewd than maybe we're going to be giving it credit for. But it very clearly needs to likely be funded with some outgoings, right? Mm-hmm. And Barca is not like Chelsea unloading everybody that they currently want to get rid of as fast as they would like to. So it is going to be interesting to see how they fund it, just like we know that there likely has to be outgoings when it comes to funding. What'd you say? 200 million potentially for a Kylian Mbappé?
Plus salary. Plus salary.
Yeah, plus salary. You can't fund that without having a few of your first 11 easily going out the door. And I know, you and I offline have talked about, is it Federico Valverde that leaves? Yeah. Is it or Aurelien Tchouameni, who I feel like only just got there? But what's so insane about this Arda Guler versus Vitor Roque, Real Madrid, Barcelona, it's obviously got everybody back in the Clasico game.
Exactly.
Right? It's got everybody outside of Real Madrid fans and Barcelona fans, whether you're taking a side, right? You're taking a side when it comes to this, right? Who are you backing in the future? And while it isn't, I think, as momentous, if Mbappe happens, it is as momentous, but it isn't as momentous yet as the yesteryear of Messi, of the yesteryear of the Galacticos 2.0 of Real Madrid, but it is on its way, and that in and of itself is exciting. Most importantly, because they're signing incredibly skilled, exciting, young, wonderful talents that I can't do anything but get excited about.
Bellingham, they literally stole the best English talent that they could get, Jude Bellingham, from Premier League football, Real Madrid. Yeah. That happened. And something that Vitor Roque professionally has 5,935 minutes played. He's got 35 goals and 11 assists at Cruzeiro, at Atlético Paranaense, and for the Brazilian national team played. Insane at such a young age. And Xavi, with his development that he has been doing with other players, with Vitor Roque, I am hyped and with high expectations. Because Xavi knows how to develop young players, as we've seen this past year with Balde, with Pedri, with Gavi. We're going to see it with Vitor Roque, and he's going to improve massively too, learning with Lewandowski ahead of him. I am hyped to see in January what happens. Woo! I'm so hyped. And Lamine Yamal even. 15? Yeah. He's already played.
He's apparently about to get a contract extension, or actually a professional contract of some sort. We'll see what happens, but they are ready to commit assets, and it shouldn't take too much to make sure that Lamine Yamal does not go the way of some other La Masia talents. And that's the crazy thing here, is that for every Lamine Yamal, for every big signing that they bring in, Barcelona is definitely beating Real Madrid in one thing, and that is creating a lot of talents that go on to kick butt elsewhere, right? So we all saw Ferran Jutgla right? We also, like Nico Gonzalez did okay at Valencia last year. He might get a chance in the first team this year. We'll see, or at least in the squad this year. There you go, because he has to be sold, right? Yep. But on top of that, you're also letting guys go like Victor Barbera, who is the star right now at the U19 Euros. Again, he's probably not going to play for Barcelona's first team, but they let him go for free. They could have sold him last year, right? So there's still a lot of improvement that could be made on funding these things, but the academy, La Masia, is going to play a massive part in that and could be a funding machine, not like, a little bit like what Manchester City has turned into. Mm-hmm. And they should look at that more. Be unapologetic about requesting the right amount of funds for the talent that you actually build up. Otherwise, be upfront with them and tell them, you're not getting into this first team. We're going to sell you off so you can have a career elsewhere.
It's true. I agree with that. Barca needs to do better. They're offloading of talent. Completely agree with that. Because they can't play them all. Completely agree. Nope. But tell us down below your thoughts about Real Madrid and Barca transfers. We want to see your thoughts in the comment section.